Hey there, and welcome to Two Gay Guys Play. We are going to start a new game this time, and funnily enough, just like last time, it's going to end up on the PSN around the same time. Do you know what we're playing, Andrew? Do you want to tell the fine people?
A Mega Man game?
A Mega Man Legends 2! You got it! It's been long in the waiting, but it's happening now. It's even happening before the main menu. Whoa, okay. We have the Sulphur-Bottom, which is not a name I would want tramp stamped over my ass. Because
Gross.
Thank you. It is gross, and I don't want it. But this is what we have, the Sulphur-Bottom.
That's okay. Someone voluntarily named that shit. That was a choice someone made.
A rich billionaire was like, no, we call it the Sulphur-Bottom. Man, that was my name in college. Don't ask why.
This looks like garbage.
We went from the Order 1886 to this, so it should look like garbage.
This game's like 20 years old now?
Yeah, this came out in 2000, so 15 or 16 years old.
This game can drive a car.
Yes. Oh, God, no. I will die someday.
Okay.
Yeah.
Chill out with those eyebrows.
And no, there are no subtitles, so...
Just period?
Just period. Screw you, deaf people.
I that JPEG.
Someone drew this photo. Put it in.
Son-in-law were lost here.
What were they thinking? Leaving their daughter behind and going
giant-ass
to such a
storm.
dangerous
Okay.
place.
And we're watching this because, and you mentioned that, it's like we have to do the pre-opening title cutscene because it's part of the story and doesn't appear.
Yeah, it doesn't start in the game. You have to like watch this part, otherwise you just missed out on establishing things.
It's like a fucking SNES game. It's like, read the manual or you'll never know what the story is.
Yeah.
That time already. Well, then
When people bitch about cutscenes in modern games, which I certainly did with Order 1886, but like, they just that they exist.
Yeah.
That my thing is like, yeah, but it's also not assuming you're spending 30 minutes reading the
manual.
the book that came with it.
Right, yeah. And it's funny, this one has a book that came with it. I have the book, but like all of the names and stuff in the manual are different. Like his name isn't Werner von Blucher, it's something else entirely.
Why?
Because I think they translated the manual before they translated the game, and then they made changes in the game and didn't bother to think about the manual. So it's like, well, this just is what it is.
That is redunk.
Well, welcome to video games in the late 90s / early 2000s. Aw, look at him wearing the same hat that Roll always does. That's like a thing. Because remember in the first game, she's like, at the beginning, I don't have any parents, but we're going to go find them. And then he never actually did. And she's like, maybe we'll find them next time. Now this one is about her parents.
So I assume this game ends with, in Mega Man Legends 3, we'll have a canonic timeline of Mega Man.
Yeah, well, this one also goes into Mega Man's origins as well, because they found him as an orphan and just adopted him.
Oh, I meant like all Mega Man from like 1980. They're like, maybe in our next adventure, we'll go through the origins behind the entire series. It'll be like Mega Man Skyward Sword.
Yeah, exactly. You'll be excited and it'll be fun. It'll be like Hyrule Historia, but for Mega Man.
And then cancel.
Yep. Because there's different Mega Man series and they're all interconnected. Like they're just flat people, except for, oh no, they're flat too. But you know, they're actual characters, so they are bright.
Now tell me, just what do you think you're doing here?
But it's like, yeah, and they never explain how things go from one to the other.
Mind your own business.
Like my,
Got enough problems as it is.
and I think we probably talked about this. Mega Man Legends is like the second game we ever did.
Something like that. We started in, it was like the third, because it was at the same time we were doing Mario 64.
Right.
That was a tough time for me, because I had to do all of those episodes both at the same time. Never again.
Never again.
Shut your traps.
That me,
I'm trying to listen to
so my knowledge of Mega Man prior to
Who do you think you are?
meeting you was that the Mega Man games are old and impossible, and that Mega Man Legends 3 was cancelled. And that was it. I have since gained not much knowledge of the series.
It doesn't have that we're playing this like on the show where we're talking about stuff and not paying attention, because these ones are very story heavy. Other than being just Zelda games but with a gun.
I mean, that's fine.
Yeah.
Because like I even got comments that are like, shut the fuck up about Ocarina of Time when you were playing
oh wow, really?
Mega Man Legends. And it was just like, well, that's the closest thing I have to compare to it.
Right. And I would just finish Twilight Princess like yesterday.
Yeah.
Not for the show, mind you. This is just us playing games.
Yeah, because that's a 30-hour game, and we were like, do we want to do a ridiculous number of episodes, like 200?
Right. We had the conversation, and we decided no, we don't want to do crazy long games. This one is cutting it close.
Because that one in Wind Waker are like the longest Zelda games.
I think. Very true. Oh, we get to see Mega Man outside of his armor for once. Just roll, just inner jammies.
I thought he was a robot. That's what we learned at the end of the last game.
You'll see.
Okay.
There are things. He can be a robot and not be in armor all the time.
Okay. He takes off his shirt and is just a Terminator underneath it.
He's like the equivalent of like an artificial human.
Oh, okay. So he's just a replicant or something.
Yeah, basically.
All right.
Hey, look, it's Gramps.
And that's original Sailor Jupiter's voice actress.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
Don't worry, Roll.
It was the late 90s, early 2000s. It was a different time.
And we didn't have consistent voice cast between games. She's the same, Barrel's the same, Data's the same, but Mega Man is not.
Ah.
Yeah, look at that flat plate of food. It's so voluminous. However you say that word. I read it all the time, and I'm like, I know
voluminous.
There you go.
Which has been sought after by
I wanted it to sound more like the word volume, so I fucked that up.
I really just want all the windows to suddenly implode, and them all been like trapped in ice. Then Articuno flies by.
Oh, that would be great.
It's like, it was a Pokemon game the whole time. You were tricked.
You'll get one of those things.
This is actually Pokemon Snap 2.
This ends my presentation. Thank you. And now,
it would have been years afterwards, so that makes sense.
Excuse
the
me.
fact that we never got a
Mr.
Pokemon
Blueberry?
Snap 2 is ridiculous.
Right.
Is that her Mega Ring? Like, is she going to Mega Evolve the Pokemon?
Has your research given you any
fuck?
clue as to what exactly the mother lode might be?
That's
Still
a good
looking
question.
for that mother load.
No.
Personally, I believe it to be something of tremendous importance to mankind. Something that will help us
It's a
better
metaphor.
ourselves and
Yeah.
the world. Perhaps
You're
a
catching
new
on
energy
too soon.
more
Okay.
powerful than our current refractors.
All I'm saying
And
is,
you,
I'm going to
Professor?
kill God with the power
Tell
of friendship.
Me, what
Yeah.
do you think?
Well,
I mean, this does look better than the first one.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's on the same console, so you can't get that far up.
You're alive!
That's her! That's the one who stuffed me into the locker!
That
Has
is
it occurred to you that
Barrel's
this great
daughter
lost
/ Roll's
treasure
mom.
might not be
No.
what you think
Okay.
it is?
Keep your eyes on her.
That lady who was talking, or the lady who was
What
stuffed in the
happens to
locker?
you
Her.
is no concern of
Okay.
His
mine.
mom.
Still, I'll give you this warning.
Now to turn into a giant testicle monster like it's
Mother
Akira.
lode is not what you think it might be.
Like to mention, we have not even hit the
The menu screen.
menu screen yet. This whole first episode might just be
It's a
this
catastrophe
cutscene.
waiting to
Yeah,
happen.
basically.
People complain about modern games.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah. She summoned her Pokemon.
And then her, the air goes out. We were secretly in space this whole time. Everyone dies.
Yep, exactly.
Jesus. It's like a blue eyes white dragon.
Yeah.
She's like, time to duel.
Ah. I like her a lot. She's super cool looking.
Yeah, she is. With her cone Madonna titties.
Yep.
And we're everyone in this game looks like salty garbage, but I mean that's coming from somebody who's 3 of my 5 top games are N64 games.
Right, yeah.
Which is why I don't play the N64 versions anymore.
If I had a choice, if somebody remade this, I'd be all over it.
Yeah. Like an HD collection of the 2 of them.
I mean, more like a remake. I mean,
Mega Man, did you see that?
Mega Man, did you see the static image on our television?
But how?
See, this episode might be a little long because of our 10 minutes because you can't pause without skipping the cutscene.
Nope.
So,
Let's find out.
the,
What?
Like the
Let's
controller
just
will
go there
die.
and we
Be
can
like,
find
oh,
out
whoops.
for ourselves.
Like, turn off. Just go to sleep mode. Like, you didn't touch anything.
It's the only way.
and I'm
to
just
be
looking at him,
sure,
I'm like, you are not
know?
going adventuring in that, apron.
I guess you're right.
Oh, I was about to say, did it crash?
No, just thinking.
Just
Change them
line.
detention starter.
Line.
Thanks.
Somebody?
Every time I see the TV, I'm just like, this is going to be terrible.
Hey, you shut your whore mouth. It is glorious. All right. So, we're taking out to adventure. Welcome to Mega Man Legends 2.
That is the highest def part of this game.
Yeah.
that PNG file.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to make sure there's some subtitles. No? Controller, view, reverse, buster logon, vibration, sound volume.
No,
Yep. Okay. Well, sorry.
we will do our best.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you want to just start the game in episode 2, or do you want to make this one longer?
I mean, let's just make it longer.
Okay. Then-
Since we literally spent 9.5 minutes watching a like
pre-story cutscene.
Yeah, which is required
See,
for story.
and then I had game start, and we're not even doing that cutscene. We're already on our adventure.
Okay.
I don't know who made that choice. It was stupid.
Someone on cocaine.
Yeah, it wasn't the 80s.
Okay.
It was the 80s part 2.
Well, it was 2000, right? Is that what it said?
Yeah.
Crystal meth.
Okay,
Someone
fair.
on meth.
He's just nervously piloting. Get the fuck out of my way, monkey.
Hey, Data, you're a kinda in the way, you know?
You look just like my old boyfriend.
Maybe I can help you.
Get it? Old Sailor Moon dub joke.
Thanks, but could you sit
That's a Sailor
still?
Moon joke, period.
True.
That is in the Japanese version.
Yeah.
She's in love with every man who looks like, well, every man, period.
Right.
I'm disappointed. I thought you were braver than this. You can do it. Come on, Mega Man.
Data, I'm gonna make your ports get all scuzzy.
Mega Man.
I like that face. Help me.
Boy, oh boy.
Get my robo dick hard.
You got a cute jacket and mittens.
All done. Everything's in
But
working
hot
order.
pants?
At least
So like you are going to die. Whatever your plan is.
At least you're keeping the tits safe, I guess.
You are either going to be too hot or too cold. Your hair will freeze off in giant chunks.
Yep.
Just snap
I'll
off.
take over.
Like, ugh.
Thanks.
All
Once you
right.
can get to a point that you can pause, we will end the episode. But like,
Hey, there's a place coming up right here.
okay.
It's almost
And
lunchtime.
I'm just
Can you get
like, and there's your save rope. I assume you still save with your
Yep.
monkey robot.
Correct. Don't worry.
It didn't.
No.
Mega Man.
Okay.
Thank you.
I can't, like, this happened with the Order 1886. Anytime you die, the screen just goes black for like a full second.
I was
like,
thinking, what would I do
like, just-
if they
I-
find the mother lode?
So this happened twice now where just the whole screen freezes.
Here?
I'm like, oh, it crashed.
Why?
Okay.
I've been searching for the mother
We'll get the
lode
PSN release that's coming out this Thursday, which I guess might be
comparison.
later. Depends. Well,
I guess.
yesterday, because the last episode of Order 1886 will be on Thursday. Oh no, it's not yesterday. 3 days ago.
I've got to
It's
accept
Tuesdays.
reality.
My bad.
Whenever we pace them out.
Yeah. So
By the time you see this, we will have swapped to the digital version.
which is good because my disc version always crashes when I enter the final boss door. So, at least on the PS3 that I played this on
You
like
said
6
we
years
should
ago.
go see
This is a
for
different system,
ourselves.
so who knows?
I
But
remembered
either way,
something
we'll
my
switch to
mother told
digital
me
and we'll all be
a long
fine.
time ago.
I remember
She said
like
the digger should
I
never
had
give
Assassin's
up
Creed on the PS3 originally.
Yeah.
It would always crash right when I leave to go do the fourth assassination.
Oh,
So I got the Xbox
I won't
version.
give up on them yet.
Didn't do that.
That's
do
the
what you gotta
spirit.
do. Yep.
We'll find 'em, Rule.
And like now I'm just like PC
Yeah.
for those. Well,
Anyway, Mega Man,
the newer
what should we
ones.
do
Right.
once we catch
The older
up with
ones,
Gramps' ship?
not so much.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. Now we can
Okay.
stop and we can do more next time on Two Gay Guys Play.
Yeah.